LA. It's win or go home.
This is why Steph came back. This is what he does. This is who he is.
The Warriors trailed by 13 in the fourth quarter.
We got a shootout here.
The Warriors will not go away. Horford three for the lead. Got it. The Warriors' first lead since the second quarter. Kawhi, three. Good! This is amazing.
Winning is a skill.
The Golden State Warriors have won.
Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to First Take. We have a special Thursday for you because this guy, this side, over here, he's here on a Thursday. Good morning to you, dog.
Yes, good morning. Thank you very much. Hello, Shay. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Who's the other guy? I don't even know him.
Stephen A. Hello.
What's up? What's up, Shay? What's up, Shay? You look marvelous.
Thank you.
Doggy, the Blazer.
The Blazers are tremendous. Blazer, what are you, crazy?
The Blazer's nice, but you should have had a different color tie. But it's good to see you, my brother. How you?
I like the blue. Good to have you aboard.
Listen, good morning, Stephen A. He didn't even have a tie on yesterday. Don't let him get on you about this now.
He didn't have a tie.
He did not. I did not. Kenny Smith is going to join us a little bit later on today. I didn't mean to call you up, but I had to do it. Let's go to last night. The play-in tournament continued to wow. We start in the West where we got a vintage Steph Curry performance. 35 points, 11 in the last 10 minutes. He drained 7 triples. The Warriors got out to a slow start, and they were trailing by double digits in the fourth quarter. They rallied behind not only a great performance by Steph, but also Al Horford was clutch. So was Draymond Green defensively, essentially shutting down Kawhi Leonard late. Leonard was held to 2 points, 1 of 6 shooting from the field, with Draymond Green as his closest defender, according to Genius IQ. Leonard went 7 for 11 from the field against all other defenders. Additionally, 3 of Leonard's 5 turnovers were steals by Draymond Green. Here's Kawhi on Draymond and what happened last night.
They had a great game plan, just being physical all game. Making sure I don't get no catch and shoot shots, blitzing every, pick and roll, getting in the post, seeing 2 bodies. And then, Draymond, Hall of Fame defender. It was hard to even get shots up.
To hear one of the greats say that about me, like, man, that's special. That's why you do it, because you want respect from your peers.
Respect he definitely got, Draymond, last night. He was really impressive. Kawhi, on the other hand, giving his flowers. More impressive last night, though, was it Curry and what he was able to accomplish, or was it Draymond Green on Kawhi? Stephen A., what do you think?
You know what? Steph Curry is just so special, so phenomenal, and all of that stuff. I mean, he makes the extraordinary seem so ordinary, but it isn't. It's special. But I'm going to give this nod to Draymond Green. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 4-time champion. He's a future Hall of Famer. That was one of his finest moments. I mean, it was a spectacular performance. To hold Kawhi Leonard to 2 points, to 2 shot attempts in the fourth quarter, to pick his pocket, to defend him on the inbounds pass, to shield him from getting the ball, to play defense the way that Draymond was playing defense. And Draymond, I don't know whether it was a cramp or something in his left leg prior to that, but the quickness with which he was moving, doggy, the quickness of foot, the ability to stay in front of him, to defend him, to deny the ball to him, to put the great Kawhi Leonard on lock and key, the way Draymond did. It was a spectacular defensive performance, and Steph Curry articulated it after the game. All the intangibles, the tip defensive passes, the strips, the rebounds, everything that you needed somebody to do other than shoot the basketball, Draymond Green did last night. I mean, it was, as far as I'm concerned, his fourth quarter performance was spectacular. I couldn't give him enough praise. It was that special to see him do what he did. And even with Steph Curry making those key 3-pointers, and it was special. Al Horford, I mean, what do you say? Old man Horford, 39 years of age, 12 points in the fourth quarter, all 4 of his 3-point shots. I mean, it's unbelievable. But Draymond Green, to me, really, really stood out because of his defensive performance. He religiously wants to be recognized as one of the great defenders to ever play this game. And last night was one of those times where he really, really showed it. It was really special.
Yeah, to me again, he only played 8 minutes in the quarter. Leonard, you guys want to go wax poetic, go ahead. I'm not going to do it. With Draymond Green, I understand what he brings to the team. Curry was phenomenal. Look at Horford. He came in with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and in the next 3 minutes, he made 4 threes. They are not winning the game if he only makes 3 threes. He made 4 in a row. Down 8, down 5. The lead, listen, a lot of it was set up by Curry's brilliance. Understand that? Leonard on the other end of the court, I get that. The Warriors scored 43 points in the fourth quarter. They won this game with offense. They scored 43. They only had 83 after 3. They finished with 126. Do the math. That's 43. And Horford, I got to go look exactly when they were. I know one of the hoops came when they were down 5. Another hoops when they were down 8. But he made 4 from the 6:14 mark to like the 3-minute mark. He made 4 threes. That is, if he's going to give you that with what Curry's going to give you, throw in, of course, what Green's going to do with the intangibles, they're going to be tough to beat at the end of these games late. And obviously the Clippers are the Clippers. So you throw that in there too. You got to give them some grief. I mean, you're at home against a team that's been dead all year and you're up by 13 in the fourth quarter, win the game. Okay?
Yeah,
you got to win the game. I mean, this is a lot about the Clippers. But the bottom line is, to me there, Stevie, Shea, I'm going to throw some bouquets to Horford for those 4 huge shots. They don't win a game without him.
Okay, I agree on giving Al Horford what he deserves here, but the question is Curry or Draymond, one or the other.
I don't like the question.
You can't just change the question. That's the question. You would give it to Curry, though, is your answer, correct?
I would probably give it to Curry, yes.
Okay, you would give it to Curry. So you and Stephen A. do somehow agree there. Now, as far as Draymond Green goes, I agree with you. He only played a certain amount of minutes in the fourth quarter. However, it was what Kawhi said after the game in terms of, I couldn't even get a shot up that I think made everything so impressive. Speaking of Kawhi, yes, his season is now over, but it was a really impressive year for Kawhi Leonard. Second team All-NBA, right? And obviously going home early now in the play-in. Played a lot more than we're accustomed to seeing him playing in a Clippers uniform. I don't know if we should necessarily give him credit for that, but nonetheless, how will we view Leonard's season now that it's over, Stephen A.?
Well, it was a damn good season, no question about it. I mean, he's in the discussion for first team All-NBA. When Kawhi Leonard is on the basketball court, we know the brother is a superstar in this game. He really, really is. We're not questioning that. The question with him is always availability. And you know that for a fact because it's breaking news, it's back page headlines, it's a segment on SportsCenter when you see him doing a post-game interview because it's a miracle. Because him talking, you actually remember, he actually can talk, okay? So it's always good to see him having to say something. Having said all of that, you know what? Listen, in the end, he's supposed to be the face of the franchise, and here's what it comes down to. The last 5 years, the Clippers have missed the playoffs, got bounced in the first round the next 3 years, and now they've missed the playoffs again. These are the last 5 seasons. Mm-hmm. So as far as I'm concerned, if you're talking about how to view his season individually in terms of his numbers, averaging nearly 28 and 6 on the season, of course those numbers are very, very impressive. But in the same breath, the investment that has been made in him over the years has not reached fruition. His ability to carry a team obviously is something that isn't true, because he's gone home in the first round or they've missed the playoffs the last 5 damn years. That's what it really, really comes down to. And it's solidified the fact that even though he can play, he is not the person that you would want as the leader of your franchise. It's just that simple. He can play. His individual skills are what they are. But in terms of galvanizing the troops, in terms of carrying a franchise, and all the responsibilities that come with it, that's not him. That's not him. Period.
Yeah, Steve's 100%. I can't argue with it. I love Leonard too. He had a very good year. I mean, they were 6-23 at one point just to get to this spot.
6-21, yeah.
6-21, Steve. Thank you. I mean, just to get to this spot. The problem with the Clippers is in this era with throwing Harden is they never have enough wins to be a good seed. So they're always stuck, in play-ins. Last year they were a 5 seed. They had to play Denver in the first round. They're always stuck in Nowheresville as far as the seeding situation is concerned. They never get a break where they're in one of the top 3-4 seeds, which means they get home court. They don't have to play in a play-in. They get a little advantage there. They're always stuck where they got to play extra games. They got to play a game 7 on the road. Last year, Harden was terrible in Denver, and that hurts them. And Steve's right. If you are going to build your franchise around Leonard, he's got to play 75 games, and he has to be the leader of the team on a day-in, day-out basis. And for whatever the reason, this year he played about 68. Was that what it was? Played about 65, 68, 65 games. They're right in front of me. I mean, you need him to play a little more than that. I mean, that's all there is to it for the money that he's making. He's great. He's fun to watch. I know, listen, he drives me crazy sometimes, too. I understand that. I probably never should have left the Spurs as it was. He's a heck of a player. And he orchestrated.
Championship with Toronto.
Well, that's true. He did. I forgot. They did lead. I think maybe he shouldn't have left Toronto.
There
Maybe
you
he
go.
shouldn't have left Toronto.
There you go.
That's right. He went to Toronto. I forget that championship where Durant was hurt. They wouldn't have won it if Durant didn't play, if Durant played. But I understand the point about Leonard. He's strange because he's older. You're paying him $50 million a year. He's going to play 65 games. They're going to underachieve, and then they're going to be in nowheresville come playoffs. Is that worth the price of admission if you're the owner of the Clippers? That's a very tricky call.
Go ahead,
Very
Stephen
tricky.
A.
Listen, if we're sticking to the situation involving Kawhi Leonard, let's put things in perspective. I have been on the record, and I know it's not popular, and I'm going to be accused of hating. I could give less than a damn. You know where I stand with this man. I think he's a superstar player when healthy. I think he is the worst superstar in the history of basketball, if not the history of sports. I've said it many times, and I'm going to say it again because I'm not talking. The operative word is superstar. We know he's a superstar player. But when it comes with the responsibilities of leading, of galvanizing, of representing a brand, etc., he doesn't do that. That's why it's a miracle to see him in the post-game conference speaking. First of all, it was news that he spoke, let alone how glowingly he spoke about Draymond Green. But this is what I'm talking about representing your franchise, representing the product, okay? You know, I'm talking about, you know, when you're doing commercials and you got little kids speaking because you can't talk and stuff like that. This is the kind of stuff that happened with him. But let's get back to the basketball. Kawhi Leonard, 7 years with the Clippers. Played 6 years, missed the 2021-22 season due to injury, okay? He's averaged $41.7 million per year. He's been paid $291.8 million in his career as a Clipper. 4 All-Star selections.